Tinsley in motion, the other side it goes to Chase, steps through a tackle at the 10, spins at the 5, Chase diving for the goal line, touchdown Cincinnati! 13 hard-earned yards, pick up 6 for the Bengals.
You talked about that gold medal speed in the open field when he gets away from people. Watch this, to the sideline, breaks the tackle there. Spin move back to the inside on Darren Hall right there, and then the reach, knowing where that goal line is. It's just, both of these teams have struggled to tackle this year, and you've got to be able to.
Trying to add to a field goal on their first series. Here's a 2nd and 8. This pass to Fannin. He caught it, and he rolls in untouched. Harold Fannin Jr. with his 71st catch of the year.
This is going to be a touchdown, and this is as good a start. You see the ball, it's coming off his hand just a little bit, but it actually helps because he gets fooled. Shador, they roll the coverage to cover 2, but what a job by Fannin to turn and Willie Mays that a little bit.
Ewers throws on 3rd and 8, and is caught and will be taken all the way by Theo Weiss Jr., 63 yards in his 2nd NFL game. It's his first touchdown.
Quinn Ewers, back him up a little bit and give him a little time to throw this. And Jamel Dean, he got caught trying to jump the out route and let the Weeze get behind him, let the wide receiver get behind him for a touchdown. And there's Ewers. I just said Ewers is ready to throw this ball deep. He is not worried about these 5-yard outs, 6-yard in routes.
2nd and 10. Blitz again. Picked up. Rivers floating. Jarred out of there and then caught. Wow, Will Mallory.
Yeah, when the ball came out of Rivers' hands, I'm not sure it was going to get there in time. Eric Murray came and put a big hit on him, but just great concentration by Mallory. Initially lost it. Then he's going to the ground just to have the awareness to stick out that right hand, and falls right in his lap.
And so first down at the 49.
Ward looking deep down the field for DK. He's got him! DK to the 20-yard line, a gain of 38.
Return ability, but he keeps improving as a receiver. And they're running him out of the slot a lot, where his size and his speed gets him down the middle of the field and really puts stress and pressure on a defense. And he gets in front of Jonas Sanker.
He picks up Brady Cook this week, and Drake May right back to work. Under some pressure, launches for Diggs! Looking for the Moss, he got it! 6-yard run.
All right, Moss, making him proud. Boy, what a play. These elite receivers, that ball goes in the air, they just go to another place. They're going to find a way to take that thing out of the air no matter where it is. On 3rd and 1, lined up on the near side is Myles Garrett. And here they go with Hayward. Look at Connor Hayward racing down the sideline.
Cool design. It looks like a tush push, and then he's going to run the option to the right. And then the seal on the edge. Just a wonderful job by Warren, really blocking 2 guys, and then a nice cool jump at the end for absolutely no reason.
Diabate finally.
He's going to the house. He's going jumping, no reason.
An NFL quarterback. Here's a quick release. He can extend plays. Hands it off to Wright, who found a big hole inside the 15. And Whitfield drags him out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Jalen Wright.
As I mentioned, running the football is something Mike McDaniel knows how to do. It is his bread and butter, running the football, and you're seeing how they are washing down this defensive front for the Buccaneers. They're ripping it out the backside. They're forcing the corners to come up and make a play. They're forcing the safeties to come up and make a play. If they miss a tackle.
They line up quickly. Spears is the running back. Play action, Ward. He's got a wide open Okonkwo. Chigo Okonkwo inside the 20, stays on his feet. Okonkwo, wow! Touchdown! What a play!
Andrew getting jiggy with it. I absolutely love that. He comes from that right side of your screen where he goes to block. We used to call this play Broadway when we were on defense because the tight end is showing you one thing and doing another. Creeps across that line of scrimmage to the other side, and then the rest he just does. Run after the catch.
So the third 3 and out of 4 Cardinal drives, and this one a low line drive punt takes a good Cardinal bounce and picked up at the 20-yard line, looking for a little running room, and finding it is Keyshawn Williams down the sidelines across the Arizona 40, and the Bengals are set up late in this second quarter. But an outstanding return.
We used to call these boomerang punts, Kevin. They're coming right back at you. It's a low line drive, and Keyshawn Williams fields it really clean. The majority of that coverage team was out.
Penalty makes it first down and 20. Ward in trouble. Chase Young ripped it away. Young on the return. Young at the 10, 5, touchdown. What a play by Chase Young. He just stole it from Cam Ward and went the other way for 6.
That was unbelievable by Chase Young, and also Carl Granderson. Those two guys in conjunction makes this play because Granderson comes inside, forces Ward to have to get around him, and now Chase Young, who we call runs the hump, comes around from the other side. But the awareness, CD, to not only be able to come away with the sack, but to take the football away from Cam Ward. You're seeing it here. He comes on the outside. For Dan Moore Jr., you're thinking you're doing a good job. I'm running him up past the quarterback. But because of Granderson, it forces Ward outside the pocket. For Cam Ward there, not a huge mistake. You got to be able to just tuck the ball away.
Third down. Burrow looking for Higgins on the sideline. He's open and he drops it in beautifully in Arizona territory and out of bounds at the 42.
Spun around right here. Darren Hall, watch. He's going to be lined up out there going out. And now, I'm supposed to be running with T. Higgins. So now you're in a trail. You got Denzel Burke trying to convert to get over there to help out. And we've just seen a few things here today because you've got so many different guys on the back end of this defense playing for the first time.
In Carolina territory on a 2nd and 8 for Charbonnet. Oh, what a cut by Charbonnet! The acceleration, the stiff arm. Big gain inside the 20. Merrick took the brunt of it late, but Charbonnet did his work early.
This is just a zone play where you take it outside until you see a hole, and you've got Kupp and Bobo, both receivers out here, blocking on the edge, doing a great job, and then a fantastic cut by Charbonnet to find the hole, extend the play, and continue down the field. But that is just beautiful run game execution all around.
A lot of substitutions just took place there. Roy Ellison, the umpire, stepping in to allow them to finish.
Ward scrambling, throwing deep on the run, looking for Kinsey. Kinsey's got it! Mason Kinsey, his second catch of the year.
You not entertained, said Mason Kinsey.
Oh,
you know what I love most about this play? 2 things. 1, Ward getting out of the pocket and taking a chance with Mason Kinsey. And 2, Kinsey understanding, I've got to move towards the middle of the field for this play to occur. And Ward understanding that and putting it out there and letting Kinsey go get it.
Generate whatever they can there, turn that into a bulletin board material. Fed off of that. We got the big road win. Here's Ashton Dulin with room on the return. And now using his speed, Ashton Dulin, first game off of injured reserve, twice has returned the ball into Jacksonville territory.
They return sideline left. Just take a look at the Jacksonville coverage. They just jump out of their lanes, and he just rides that wave back to the big side of the field. And talk about making your presence felt coming back from injury. Now the key is for Indianapolis on offense. Can they get something going? Gotta wonder if they got a play action of some sort. Every time he's under center, it's been a run. There you go.
First pass from under center, and Mo Alley Cox makes the catch for the touchdown.
Yeah, so if you felt like it was coming, you'll see Mo Alley Cox. They've been 100% run with Phillip Rivers aligned under center. 8 for 8 today. So they're on the 9th one, play action pass, and That was an impressive drive.
So you think about all the holes you need to fill. Certainly, you're going to have the opportunity to go out and get some talented players. Here we go.
Breece Hall taking it all the way for a Jets touchdown. A little more positivity for New York. A little lightning bolt from Breece. Here.
Now let's watch this. Bit of a misdirection. Mechie comes around on the block, and Breece Hall does the rest. You see him just make so many guys miss. It's yards after contact. But when he has a chance to...
Shuck, pump fake, now looking deep. Olave down there, he's got him. Olave down the sideline, turning on the Jets, and brought down from behind by Baker.
In a tight position, comes with that quick nod on an out up and then turns it up the field. And Tyler Shuck, one of the best things he does is throw the deep ball. This ball is an absolute dime, right on the money, in stride to Chris Olave as he tries to do the rest.
Have started each and every game.
Right, remember, he battled bone bruises, shoulder injuries, but finds himself out there playing.
Pass complete, Godwin. And Godwin is out across the 40 midfield. And finally chased down from behind after a 59-yard catch and run.
As well as the defense has played all day today, they had a busted assignment, allows Chris Godwin.
Estime bounces off a bunch of tacklers, and there he goes! Estime! Touchdown! Another one for the highlight reel as Estime takes it in.
But on the bounce, and then he runs through another attempted tackle on his way to the end zone. Jason McCourty described him as a guy who was a tackle-breaking type of a running back when he first came out there. But watch the backside. I think it's Harrell, 92, right there. It's a big opportunity. Then the second miss downfield, and Estime finds pay dirt.
Not necessarily the offense Greg runs, but acclimating to what this... Oh, no.
It's picked off on that second down and 7 grabbed here. Bobby Okereke breaking a tackle on the play of Forsythe, and then takes it in to Raider territory.
Okereke goes with the receiver. He drops back, but then he passes it off at zone coverage. So he passes. The first 15 plays were all runs, and 30 overall were runs. So really got no continuity or rhythm because they had no drives and first down.
Devin Singletary wheeling, getting a block from Slayton, and down near the goal line, making it the 1. Hit right there, brought down by Johnson. Catch and run, swerving for 29.
Be at the end of the line here. Watch Imbo as this toss comes this direction. He pulls out in front. He's able to kick out.
94 is reported as eligible. 94 and 64 have reported as eligible.
Well, we heard that one. 94 and 64 reported for eligible.
That you just normally take for granted. You can't do that today.
On the play fake, Allen has some time. Lets it fly. Going deep. Has a man. It is caught. Brandon Cooks on a bomb.
It's an inside post here from Brandon Cooks. And nowhere for the safeties. They're just got occupied by these underneath players. Great execution. Cooks missed one in the Patriot game, dropped one, missed one last week against Cleveland, but he came up with one there.
Allen jukes away from Carter. And now more pressure, and it gets drilled. That ball is out. I don't see a whistle. That ball is loose. They're going to play it out, and Philadelphia's going to recover, at least for now. I thought that he threw it, but they didn't blow the whistle. They didn't blow the play dead. It's Jahad Campbell. What do you see?
It was really close, and I think that's why they let it stand. To me, it looks like a pass, because once that hand comes forward, until he brings it back.
Third down, it's Hurts. First option not open, but the second one is, and a dart across the middle to Devontae Smith to move the chains.
Poise in the pocket by Hurts. Here's the intended receiver, and he just drives it in there.
With the Raiders set to kick off in the final seconds of the third quarter. And Banks will take it at about the 5 for the Giants. Finds a gap, has some room, being chased. He's being chased by Carlson. He'll take it all the way. That is a touchdown. 95-yard kickoff return touchdown.
The blocking up front is incredible. Nobody even touches him. But watch as he gets through this first wave. His vision takes him out to the left. And by getting to that left sideline, there's no contain over there. And Banks just uses his speed and takes it the distance.
Flag has been thrown on the extra point.
Blitz is coming. Allen has it blocked up. Now gets hit as he throws. Taking a shot deep. It is!
Oh, my God.
Caught! Tyrell Shavers held on!
The guy you usually go after, Quinyon Mitchell, but Shavers goes up. Top shelf, and it just lands back in his chest. He's got those leather gloves on.
4th and 10. Pressure. Allen gets rid of it. It is caught. A little flip for first down. Oh, a beauty to Johnson. Oh, was that sweet. Shavers caught it, flipped it to Ty Johnson, and the Bills are alive.
And they get it into a blitz. All 5 guys coming. I mean, what a play call and execution in these conditions. The first catch to Shavers.
4-man rush this time. Allen thinking deep, launching deep, taking a shot. It is held on to it, caught. Brandon Cooks.
Oh my God, Cookie going up top shelf. The slight bubble.
Season high 48 points Monday night against Indianapolis. Purdy to the air right away. They jumped around. It's picked off. The Bears have it. T.J. Edwards inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown Chicago on the opening play.
Jalen Johnson on the outside is going to jump this, coming off of groin surgery. They said that he is finally back where he's ready to play every snap. And he was certainly ready for the first snap.
What a start in the Chicago team that leads the league in picks. He's got it to add to the running yard total here. McCaffrey first down, sideline. McCaffrey's longest run of the year, all the way down to the 23-yard line. By far his longest run of the season. 43 yards.
Watch this move inside the hole to get back outside. A little juke there, and he's on his way. And you saw the wide receivers blocking down the field. That is the difference. When the 49ers get it going, that's exactly what happened. Key blocks down the field, guys working. And McCaffrey, goodness gracious, if he gets running the football, no telling what this offense could be.
Back into that play to Sean Wright, the corner. So to the 35-yard line it goes. And a first down for the Bears. And Williams to the air one more time, sending it downfield to the end zone for Burden. He's got it. Touchdown Chicago. Luther Burden just told you about his ability. Behind the secondary. And Williams hits him.
Game after game and game winners out there all the way across the field here. And I am going to watch this thing over the top, and just a little flip of the wrist here for Williams under pressure.
Theo Benedette, the extra offensive lineman, moved. Free play for Williams as the flag is down, so Caleb looking to launch, does towards the end zone, touchdown, Colston Loveland. So it was a free play, Williams taking advantage of it, and if the flag is on the Niners, we're an extra point from a tie game.
Offside. Defense number 93. After the 2-6 line, resulted the play is a touchdown.
Very calmly, after he knew he had it, watch him just drift over here, buy a little time. He knew he was going to throw it deep. Why not? You have nothing to lose at that point, and just roped it in there. That thing never got more than like 10 yards off the ground.
And Bethune had to go quick with the play clock running down. He did. It's a boot. Purdy pulling back, stepping forward, throwing on the run, touchdown! What a play, Purdy! Juszczyk on the business end. You deserve to dance.
The play only starts when this guy takes off. It has been the Brock Purdy show out here tonight. From the beginning, you knew it was going to be a scramble off between these two quarterbacks. Look at Juszczyk. We were just sitting there watching the show. He kind of got lost in the whole thing. But this is